the Lake Isle of Innisfree. I will arise and go now, and go to Innisfree, and a small cabin build there of clay and wattles made. 9 bean rows will I have there, a hive for the honey bee, and live alone in the bee-loud glade. And I shall have some peace there, for peace comes dropping slow, dropping from the vales of the morning to where the cricket sings. There midnight's all a glimmer, and noon a purple glow, and evening's full of linnet's wings. I will arise and go now, for always, night and day, I hear lake water lapping with low sounds by the shore, while I stand on the roadway or on the pavements grey. I hear it in the deep heart's core. I hear it in the deep heart's core. Will arise and go now, go to Innisfree, and a small cabin I'll build there, clay and wattles made. 9 bean rows shall I have there, hive for the honey bee, and I'll live and live in a bee-loud glade, bee-loud glade, bee-loud glade. Live and live and live and live in a bee-loud glade. Here is one of W.B. Yeats' most well-known poems, and it was one of my mother's favourite, and it has become one of my own favourite poems. The interpretation I give here is a personal one, and I hope that when you read this poem or listen to it, that you will be reminded of its invitation to cross the threshold to an empowered way of living your life. The poet begins, I will arise and go now, and go to Innisfree. The place that he intends to go is to the island of freedom. Innish meaning island, to the island of the free. And this is a metaphor for the state of someone free from the tyranny of the separate sense of the self. There is to be an arising in consciousness that is the only real way to experience true freedom. This choice to arise and go into the now will make you an outsider. You will become an island living away from the mainland that is the collective idea that you are simply a body living in time, in space, that you live your life between between a beginning called birth and an ending called death. The words, "I will arise and go now," could be the words of a Zen master, and they are a powerful statement of intention. They are stated and related to the only time there is. This is the present moment, and it is the portal or the doorway into the timeless world and the experience of real freedom. The movement toward becoming an island of freedom is the proper use of the personal will. And this is a will that is disciplined to be present to the now and to move from the experience of presence. The experience of presence in the eternal now is true freedom. And are you willing to be present to the true freedom that is the experience of this now, and which over time will bring you a peace that comes dropping slow? And this is not simply a peace that is the absence of conflict, but a peace that you live and you love your life from within. It is living your life from your deep heart's core. It is a peace that invites the unity of opposites and the unity of the opposites within you. The ability to assert an intention such as "I will arise and go now" requires that you learn the art of loving, and that you are focused on the ability to claim your true personal power. The personal will needs to be aligned to the will of the universal. Otherwise, there will not be enough energy to make the crossing from the separate sense of the ego self to the island of freedom, which is the direct awareness of your true self and your true freedom. The proper use of the will that gives rise to the personal empowerment and congruity requires a committed and disciplined practice. And this is some form of spiritual practice that you engage in each day, and which through personal practice invites a willingness to become one who is present to the purpose of love. One who is present to the way in which love's message is intended to be expressed through you. It requires that the one who would have some true sense of peace give rise to within themselves a commitment to living the presence of their life in this moment that is now and not always sometime in the future. To find the peace that comes dropping slow requires that you practice patience and you practice the art of surrender to the present moment. It requires that you stop, in the words of another poet, T.S. Eliot, being distracted by distraction. And you also give up any kind of addictive behaviour. It also requires that you heal those unloved aspects of yourself that take energy away from you and are a kind of internal dementor. And this is called shadow work, and it is the work of bringing to the light those unloved aspects of yourself. The island of freedom, the peace that comes dropping slow, is an inner experience. The island of Innisfree might be sitting in the middle of Loch Gill close to the town of Sligo in West Ireland. But that is not where the poet wants to take you. Poets take you beyond. Their landscapes are inner experiences of the creative power available to the knowers of true peace and the experience of the timeless within. It requires a kind of Zen discipline to allow this peace that comes dropping slow. Then you can go to your inner island sanctuary and you can build the cabin of clay and wattles made, which is your living from the heart and living from your deep heart's core. Thank you for taking time to view this video that invites the awareness of the power of poetry, storytelling, songs and related practices for living what the poet Mary Oliver calls your one wild and precious life. And for more information on how you can use poetry, how you can use mythological stories, modern day song lyrics and other practices to empower your life, I invite you to visit my website www.thewayofchakrahealing.com, or you can visit by clicking on the link below, and there you will be shown various maps that you can follow that will take you into the wonder tale that you are here to live and to share with the world for the highest good of all. And I leave you with an invitation from one of the world's greatest poets, Jalal Rumi. And I begin my storytelling sessions with this poem that invite you to remember your magnificence and invite you to remember that you are a revelation of love in form. You were born with potential. You were born with goodness and trust. You were born with ideals and dreams. You were born with greatness. You were born with wings. You are not meant for crawling, so don't. You have wings. Learn to use them and fly. Learn to use them and fly. Goodbye until next time. This is Tony Cookson of The Way of Chakra Healing, wishing you well, wishing that you be the knowing of your true self.